towards the end.
Okay.
High level.
Oh, that was going to be my other question for you. Would you consider, say, if something was up on the electrical box over there, would you consider that an inaccessible?
No, because I think he can reach it.
Okay.
The little, the two.
The pluggy box on the right.
On
The outlet box on the number 2 pole.
the 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I think he can reach it.
Okay.
I think he can probably just barely
Just
reach
barely
it.
reach it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So anything that, but if it were higher than that, that would be, okay.
So for right now, I wouldn't push that.
Right.
While you're really just working the sourcing, and then start.
Just so I know for when we're in class where it is, because sometimes we do high heights.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I would just work this a little bit.
Work this more. No,
And
absolutely.
once you're feeling the sourcing is better, then you can start adding that back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready? Find it. Nice. Good job, buddy.
It out again.
Good job. Good job. Okay.
Now just wait. Good. Just wait.
Good boy. You're gonna go the hard way, aren't you? You're gonna go the hard way.
I pay that.
You'd pay that? Good. 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 Good boy. Okay.
And here's the thing. He's showing us how strongly, because he could have easily come in here.
Correct.
Went down there. That's how strongly it's going that way.
Over.
Which is helpful because I'm going to do this with May's class.
Now we're gonna do
And
that.
they'll have to come around. That was awesome, little buddy. You did a nice job. Yeah, I got your number. I know how to put this on.
He wants to put his tongue in your ear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's his thing.
Yeah, no.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's quite disgusting. All right, you.
You're a funny guy.
You ready?
So I think if you keep working those things, he's going to do pretty well.
Okay.
I think that's the important thing, is to just let him get to source. He gets there beautifully, at least he did tonight. I think the times you'll see if it's overly complicated, then it might take you might have to wait a little bit more. Till he can land on source. If it's just, there's multiple layers and things overlaying, and you've got pooling and trapping and a lot of that
Right.
happening. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer if you know he's not at source. And it's important for you to not be calling alert or raising hand, anything that would connect to what happens when he's at source in class. What you can do, which will eliminate that, because I think he'd probably pick that up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I think that's been our issue in trials, is I have been, and he hasn't been even close.
Okay.
Because the one that I can really point out that I told you about was with the laundry basket that was upside down.
Yeah.
And one was across the room there, and one was like 4 feet behind us, and he made a beeline for that laundry basket.
That was the converging point.
Yes, it was the converging point, and he touched it, and I moved my feet, and he stayed there, and I called, and nope, it wasn't it.
So, don't worry about moving feet.
Well, I started moving feet because he had started to look at me, but if I moved my feet and he stayed,
Yeah.
but it's not working.
I would be careful of that. It was
Okay.
something that, really early on, over 10 years ago, where it would be this backing up and walking around and horrible
Right.
questioning.
Exactly, and I was
be careful of
testing.
that. And don't worry about, the most important thing is feet
Towards the dog.
so that, especially when you know,
When I know where it
you're
is.
less likely to not do that when you don't know where it is. When you know where it is, you're more likely to go. know, he points at that eye. with your
Yep.
body. Then what can happen, if that's done enough, the dogs will need that to actually find the hide. Because that piece of it is missing for them. I don't know that he's paying that close of an attention, but it's just good habits to get into.
Well, and it's the agility, it's the 20 years of agility in me too, where I'm like constantly moving out of the way, but I like in agility sometimes your feet aren't pointed the right way.
Right, and these guys can work around us quite nicely.
Yep.
Because that would be the other thing early on would be, back up, get out of the way. Just
No,
they
he
work
works.
off of a chair fine.
He
They
works
can work
around me, no
us.
problem.
Yeah.
He'll go right by me, so.
Right, so letting them kind of work, and then as they're turning, you're just kind of pivoting with them, so you're staying focused on them. Because they will also know that you're not connected to them. And then sometimes they disconnect.
Okay.
So I think that's an important piece too. So kind of keeping that focus. I think your leash length and handling is good. Does he work off, you always work him on leash?
No, sometimes I work him off
Okay.
leash. Yeah, in practice, when we're in the main group, I work him on leash, but we have a room where we go in where I can work him off leash, and I do the also where I stand in one spot, and I let him go work.
Okay.
We've done that too, so he has to work the whole room,
Okay.
which he does really well. Can you get down, please?
And that would say is okay as like an exercise. once
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
while. Yeah. And then most of the time you want to be part of the team.
Right.
But that's a good exercise.
Well,
to
we
see,
did
will
it-
They work independently.
we-
Will they go to?
We did it in case we did USCSS, because they
Okay.
have that one game where you walk
Yes.
in and you just tell them once.
Right, I think it's 10 or maybe it's different levels, different distances.
I
Yeah,
don't, there's too
different
many silly
distances.
games, which is fine, but so we wanted to see if he would do it.
And I think it's good to see, will they work independently? Can they
Right.
do that? Yeah. So that's good. But I think, overall, I think it's just making sure he's finishing the problem,
Yep,
making sure he's going all the way to source, and I think you can mix that up with pairing and not pairing. He
Okay.
did beautifully to source tonight.
yep,
Maybe something that you know is going to be a little harder, airflow or hide placement, then with that, pair.
okay,
If you're going to do blind, pair,
pair,
because that would allow you to really see where he gets the food, so you can see the whole process till the end,
okay,
but still do blind.
okay,
So that sometimes is a good way to
so in class, maybe do like the first two where I know, and then do,
maybe, yeah.
The third
And you
one
can,
blind.
maybe depending on what the searches are and what the layout is, kind of see what is best. Is he pretty? He's probably like he was only distracted at that first moment when he came in, which is great.
mm-hmm,
If you have a dog that tends to be a little more distracted when they first go into a place, I might pair early on. If they get tired and less motivated, I might do later on.
no, that is not an issue.
Yeah, good. Especially probably where he's used to working.
Yeah, tired, not an issue. No, all right, cool.
Good boy, buddy. You did very nicely tonight. Yes, you did.
Can I ask you an obedience question real quick?
Sure.